Hi guys, welcome to today's video. This is Blessed Elvis. So in the previous video on part 3 of the polynomial functions, we had discussed how we can solve the given polynomial function. However, in today's lesson, we are going to discuss how we can solve the polynomial function provided that you have been given the unknown values in the same polynomial function. Okay, let's get sense out of this. So let's say you have been given a function, let's say where you have f of x equals to x raised to power 3 plus kx squared minus 3x plus 4. So for such kind of questions, you are mostly given the remainder and also the divisor. So in this case, let's say the remainder of this function is 14 and also the divisor is x minus 2. So this is our divisor and this is our remainder. So how can we solve such kind of an expression? Okay, so the first thing is replacing where there is x with what? With this. Okay, so we are going to solve this divisor here by equating it to 0. So let's do that. Okay, so let me just wrap this now. Make sure that you keep that somewhere so that you will need it as time goes on. We are going to need that information as time goes on. So we have the divisor here, which is of course x minus 2. So x minus 2, let's solve this one by equating it to 0. So we have x equals to 0 added to 2. Okay, we are going to have x equals to 0 plus 2, it's what? It's positive 2. So this is the value that we are going to replace in our given polynomial function. So let's do that. So in this case then, we are going to have f of x. So where there is x, we are replacing with 2 equals to 2 raised to power 3 plus k, where there is x, we are going to replace with 2 squared minus 3, where there is x, we replace with 2 plus 4. So in this case, we are going to have our function f of 2 equals to 2 raised to power 3, it's 8, and then 2 raised to power 2, it's 4, then 4 multiplied by k, we are going to have 4k, then minus 3 multiplied by 2, we are going to have 6, and then plus 4 here. So let me just wrap down here so that we can write the information there. So we have f of 2 equals to, so let's find the value. So 4 added to negative 6, we are going to have negative 2. Then negative 2 added to 8 here, we are going to have what? We are going to have positive 6. So in this case, it's going to be 6 plus 4k. So make sure that you keep this information somewhere because it's going to be of help. So in this case, we have f of 2 equals to 6 plus 4k. Now, if you remember, we had said the remainder of this polynomial function is 14. So we are going to replace where there is this with what? With 14. So we are going to have 14 equals to, so you always equate the remainder that you are given. Okay? So in this case, let's solve this one. So in this case then, 6 will come here, and then here we have 4k. Then when we subtract 14 minus 6, what's the answer? It's 8. So in this case, we have 4k here. So in this case, we have 8 equals to 4k. So let's try by dividing 4 to both sides. So this and that will cancel. We are going to have k equals to, then 4 into 8 is what? It's 2. So we are going to have 2. So this implies that our value of k is 2. So this then means that we have solved our expression. This is how you solve the expression. You replace the given divisor values into the polynomial function. You also equate it to the remainder values that you are given. Okay, let's look at one last example. Let's say you have been given f of x equals to x raised to power 3 plus ax squared plus bx minus 3. And then for this one, you are given that the divisors are x minus 1 and also x plus 1, where the remainders are, for this one, it's 1, and for this one, it's 9. So this implies that when you replace with this, the remainder is 1. When you replace with this, the remainder is 9. So in a statement, they can say, given this polynomial function, find the values of a and b when it is divided by x minus 1 and x plus 1, which have the remainders 1 and 2, and 9 rather here. So when they mention this first divisor, you should equate it to the remainder which they mention first, which is 1. When they mention x plus 2, or rather x plus 1 as the second divisor, you have to equate it to 9 when they have mentioned it secondly. This is how we do it. So let's first begin by replacing x minus 1 with the remainder of 1. So let's see how we can do this one. So in this case, let me just remove this. So we have f of x equated to x raised to power 3 plus ax squared plus bx minus 3. Let's say this is divided by x minus 1 and the remainder is what? The remainder is 1. So in this case then, where there is x, we have to replace with this divisor. So let's solve the divisor first by equating it to 0. So when we take this negative 1 to the right side, we are going to have 0 plus 1. Of course, 0 plus 1, it's 1. So in this expression here, where there is x, we are going to replace with 1. So take note of the remainder, which of course is 1. We are going to need it later. So let me just replace where there is x with 1 in this expression. So we are going to have a and then 1 here squared plus b and then 1 here minus 3. So in this case then, simplifying this further, we are going to have 1 raised to power 3, it's 1, plus 1 raised to power 2, it's simply 1. 1 multiplied by a, it's a, plus b multiplied by 1, it's b, then minus 3 there. So in this case then, our function is going to be 1 added to negative 3, it's going to be negative 2. So in this case, it's going to be a plus b minus 2. So in this case, this is our simplified polynomial function. Now remember that the given remainder for this was what? Was 1. So in this case, let me just wrap this. We have f of 1 equals to a plus b minus 2. And then the remainder given for this one was 1. So let's replace where there is this function with 1. So we are going to have 1 equals to a plus b minus 2. So this negative 2 will come to the left side here. Of course, we are going to have 1 positive 2 equals to a plus b. So in this case then, we are going to have 1 plus 2, it's 3, equals to a plus b. So writing like that is the same as saying a plus b is equals to what? It's equals to 3. So this is our first simultaneous expression. So let's keep this because we are going to need it later as we keep on solving. Now remember, we have also been given that the same function, which of course is f of x equals to x raised to power 3 plus ax squared plus bx minus 3 is also divided by x plus 1, which of course this one has the remainder of 9. So let's replace with this value here. So in this case, we are going to equate the divisor to 0, and then when we take this positive 1 to the right side, you are going to have a negative 1, and then x equals to 0 minus 1, it's negative 1. So in this case, let's replace that value in the given polynomial function. So in this case, we are going to replace where there is x with negative 1. Whenever there is x in this expression, we are going to replace. So here we have a, and then here we have negative 1 squared plus b, then here we have negative 1 minus, so here it's minus 3. So let's further simplify this. So we have negative 1 raised to power 3, it's negative 1. Then negative 1 raised to power 2 is positive 1. Then positive 1 multiplied by a, it's positive a. Then positive b multiplied by negative 1, it's negative b. Since negative multiplied by positive rather, it's going to be negative. Positive here multiplied by negative, it's negative. Whenever you have opposite signs, it always gives negative. So here we have negative 3. So in this case then, simplifying this further, we are going to have negative 1, negative 1 added to negative 3, it's going to be negative 4, then plus, okay, let me just wrap this part here. Okay, in fact, the whole of this, so that we don't need it anymore. Okay, the whole of this on top here. Okay, hopefully that you are following. So in this case then, we are going to have what do we have here? Okay, in this case we have, oh, this one's not necessary. So here we have f of negative 1, okay, equals to negative 1 here added to negative 3. We are going to have negative 4, and then we have this, that is positive a minus b. Okay, so we have found that one as our simplified polynomial function. So let's also take use of the remainder. Remember, the remainder we had was 9. So whenever there is this, we are going to replace with 9. So let's do that. So in this case then, we are going to have 9 equals to negative 4 plus b minus b. So when this gets to the right side, it's going to be 9 positive 4 equals to a minus b. So 9 added to 4, we are going to have 13 equals to a minus b. So in this case then, this is the same as a minus b equals to positive 13. And then also remember, at first we also had a plus b, which of course was equals to 3. So in this case, let's solve this simultaneous equation. So we have a minus b equals to 13. We also have a plus b equals to 3. So you can use either substitution method, or you can also use the elimination method. So whichever method you can use. For those that knows how to use the simultaneous equation rather using this matrix form, you can also use matrices here. Whichever formula you use for you to solve this simultaneous equation, it does not matter. You are not restricted. Whichever formula you are familiar with when it comes to solving the simultaneous equation, you can use that. So as for this video, I'm going to use the elimination method where we add these given values. So in this case, we're going to add this. So a plus a is going to be 2a, and then negative b added to positive b here, we're going to have 0. So this is just going to be cancelled. Of course, this is equal to 13 plus 3, we're going to have positive 16. And then let's divide to both sides. Okay, so we are going to have, make sure that you use the method that is very simple for you here. So 2 into 16, we are going to have 8. So our value of a in this case, our value of a is going to be 8. Now you can replace this value in either of those two equations. So for me, I will replace where there is this equation here. So you can use even that other one, it's okay. So where there is a, it's 8 plus b equals to 3. So when this 8 comes to the other side here, it's going to be negative. So here we are going to have b equals to 3. When this comes to the right side here, it's going to be negative, and then b is equals to 3 minus 8 here, we are going to have negative 5. So in this case then, our value of a is equals to 8, and also our value of b, our value of b is equals to, negative 5. Then it means you have solved. Thanks once again guys for staying this far. Please like, subscribe, share, and turn on the notification button so that you are updated whenever I upload a new video. Stay blessed.